Internal Revenue Service IRS tax news. More California wildfire relief from IRS. September 15th, October 15th deadlines. Other dates further extended to January 3rd for certain areas. But first, an attempt at a joke. I apologize in advance. Response to IRS correspondence asking for more money. Dear IRS, I am currently comfortably seated in the smallest room of my home. Your correspondence demanding more money before me. Soon, it will be behind me. Regards. IR 2021-224, November 15, 2021, Washington. Wildfire victims in part of California now have until January 3, 2022 to file various individual and business tax returns and make tax payments. The Internal Revenue Service announced today. Under relief provided in August, these extensions were generally due to run out on November 15th. The IRS is providing this additional relief based on the recent Federal Emergency Management or FEMA decision to end the incident period for the disaster declaration on October 25th. By law, the IRS must provide disaster relief until at least 60 days after the end of the FEMA-designated incident period. Accordingly, the IRS is now providing more time to any area of California designated by FEMA for either individual or public assistance. Currently, this includes Latin, and I'll have a link to this so you can go to the link and look at these names here. And there is a list on the disaster relief page, and there'll be a link to that here as well. So this includes Lassen, Nevada, Placer, Plumas, Tehama, and Trinity counties. Any jurisdiction added to the FEMA declaration will automatically receive the IRS relief. The current list of eligible locations is always available on the disaster relief page on IRS.gov. There's a link to that here. This release postpones various tax filing and payment deadlines that occurred starting on July 14th, 2021. As a result, affected individuals and businesses will have until January 3rd, 2022 to file returns and pay any taxes they were originally due during this period. This means individuals who had a valid extension to file their 2020 return that ran out on October 15, 2021 will now have until January 3rd, 2022 to file. The IRS noted, however, that because tax payments related to these 2020 returns were due on May 17, 2021, those payments are not eligible for this relief. The January 3rd, 2022 deadline also applies to quarterly estimated income tax payments due on September 15, 2021, and the quarterly payroll and excise tax returns normally due on August 2nd and November 1st, 2021. Businesses with an original or extended due date also have the additional time, including, among others, calendar year partnerships and S corporations whose 2020 extension ran out on September 15, 2021, and calendar year corporations whose 2020 extensions ran out on October 15, 2021. It also applies to calendar year tax-exempt organizations whose 2020 extensions ran out on November 15, 2021. In addition, penalties on payroll and excise tax deposits due on or after July 14, 2021 and before July 29th will be abated as long as the deposits were made by July 29, 2021. The IRS disaster relief page, there's a link to that here, has details on other returns, payments, and tax-related actions qualifying for the additional time. The IRS automatically provides filing and penalty relief to any taxpayer with an IRS address record located in the disaster area. Therefore, taxpayers do not need to contact the agency to get this relief. However, if an affected taxpayer receives a late filing or late payment penalty notice from the IRS that has an original or extended filing, payment, or deposit due date falling within the postponement period, the taxpayer should call the number on the notice to have the penalty abated. In addition, the IRS will work with any taxpayer who lives outside the disaster area, but whose records necessary to meet a deadline occurring during the postponement period are located in the affected area. Taxpayers qualifying for relief who live outside the disaster area area need to contact the IRS at 866-562-5227, 866-562-5227. This also includes workers assisting the relief activities who are affected with a recognized government or philanthropic organization. Individuals and businesses in a federally declared disaster area who suffered uninsured or unreimbursed disaster-related losses can choose to claim them on either the return for the year the loss occurred, in this instance, the 2021 return normally filed next year, or the return for the prior year, 2020 in this case. Be sure to write the FEMA declaration number, that's going to be DR4610, on any return claiming a loss. See publication 547. There's a link to that publication here for more details. The tax relief is part of the coordinated federal response to the damage caused by these wildfires and is based on local damage assessment by FEMA. For information on disaster recovery, visit disasterassistance.gov. There's a link to that here. There'll be a link to this in the description.